Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. Many of you have been asking for a cosmetic bag with pockets on it. So I've put this tutorial together. Now it has a pocket on the outside, but you can put one on each side. It also has pockets on the inside, and it's on each side of the inside of the bag. So you've got all kinds of little storage places. Okay, let's get started. All of the supplies for the cosmetic bag and the cutting instructions are listed below your YouTube screen in the description section. So just scroll down, click on Show More or the down arrow, and it will expand open and you will see that information. There will also be links listed down there for all of the goodies on the wall behind me. After you've cut the two pieces of fabric for the outside of the bag, you want to cut your fusible interfacing. Now, if you don't want to use fusible interfacing, you can use fusible fleece or cotton batting. And I cut my interfacing shorter than the size of my fabric here. That's because it helps to keep the seams from being too bulky. On both pieces of fabric for the lining and the outside of the bag, you're going to be cutting some corners out of the edge that's going to be on the bottom. This is the 12.5-inch wide edge. I'm going to cut a square out that's 1.5 inches. So I'm going to place my 1.5-inch line on these two edges, draw around it, and then cut it out. I'm now going to demonstrate how to make pockets for the inside of the bag. Now you can make your pockets any size you like, but the ones I'm making are 7.5 inches by 4.5 inches. You'll need 2 pieces of fabric. You'll also need a piece of fusible interfacing. Don't use cotton or fleece. Use the interfacing, and it can be a lightweight interfacing. Cut it smaller than the fabric for the pockets. Fuse it on the back side of the fabric, and then stitch a 1/4 inch wide seam. On one edge, leave a small opening that you don't stitch on so you can turn it front side out. At all 4 corners, you're going to trim some of the fabric off. And I like to go across this way, and then I'll do just a little bit on each side of the corner. After you've trimmed the fabric off all 4 corners, reach inside the opening and turn it front side out. After you've turned it front side out, reach in and poke all 4 corners out. Go to the opening and turn those edges inside to where it's straight across this way. Press the entire pocket flat. And then at your sewing machine, you're going to stitch real close to the edge all the way around all 4 sides. Now you can place your pocket anywhere you want inside. I recommend that you center it between the top and this section right here. So it's about the same amount of fabric all the way around. Pin it down where you want it. On the back side, I've put some interfacing that you should fuse on. Cut it larger than your pocket, and this stabilizes the fabric so that it's a little bit stronger. Then you're going to stitch around 3 edges. So stitch right over your previous stitches, real close to the edge, all the way around, and back stitch up here. Now you can leave it as all one pocket, or if you want to divide it up into sections, you can. I went right down the middle. So back stitch here, stitch down, and back stitch again. Remember, you can make your pocket any size you want, and you can put as many little sub pockets as you like. One little thing I want to mention is that when you're going to have pockets on any bag you make, you want to make sure the pockets are stitched onto the bag before the entire bag is assembled. Otherwise, it's going to be really difficult to add them on later. So that's one of the reasons why we're doing it early in the tutorial. Now to make a pocket for the outside of the bag, again, you want 2 fabrics. I'm using the fabric for the outside of the bag in this pocket. So I've got one piece of fabric for that, and then I'm using lining fabric for the inside of the pocket. Again, put fusible interfacing, not fleece or cotton batting. Use interfacing. And I cut it smaller than is needed because I don't want the seams to be bulky. Fuse it on, then pin your pieces of fabric together. And then up here at the top, you're going to take something round, anything round that you want, and you're going to draw a line to curve the corners. This is going to be at the very top of the pocket. Draw a line and curve the corners. And then, taking scissors or rotary cutter, go ahead and trim it off. Then you want to continue pinning the pocket. Then down here at the bottom, you're going to indicate an opening. Put pins on each side of the opening. I put 2 pins here because that's where we're going to stop stitching. So start stitching here, back stitch, stitch down to the corner. Always leave your needle down through the corner when you get 1/4 of an inch away from this edge. Lift your presser foot and turn your fabric. Continue stitching a 1/4 inch wide seam all the way around until you come back to the 2 pins, and then back stitch. Trim the 2 bottom corners off just like you did on the other pockets. Then on the curved edge, here and here, you're going to go in and cut little slits along the curved edge. Reach inside your opening and begin turning it front side out. So now here's the outside fabric and here's the lining fabric. You want to go inside and poke your edges out and also push out these curved edges. Then press the fabric. Stitch close to the edge around all of the edges. Then you're going to fold the pocket. You're going to bring this up just before the edge starts to curve. So bring it up there and then fold this over and then press it in that shape. Then you're going to take your Velcro, which I'm using, here it is right there. I'm using 2-inch long piece of Velcro. You can use it longer if you like, or even a shorter piece. It's really up to you. So separate the 2 pieces of Velcro and stitch a piece on here and then stitch a piece on here. So you're going to need to carefully line up your Velcro so that when you fold this close, they can come together. Take the pocket and put it on the outside fabric and center it somewhere between this point and the very top. And then unfold or open it up like this. Place pins along here and here to keep the fabric steady, and place some pins here. And you're going to stitch straight across this folded line right here. Back stitch on each side. Now fold it and then stitch along here and back stitch. Stitch along here and back stitch. Then come just a little ways above the edge of the pocket right here and stitch across here and back stitch at each end. Now we're going to place the zipper on. Now make sure your zipper is wider than this fabric. That's real important. In other words, between the bottom of this zipper pull and the other large piece of metal at the other end of the zipper needs to extend out past the edge of your fabric. So mine is a 14-inch zipper, but you can use one that's longer. Don't use one that's shorter. So now have your lining fabric pretty side up. That's the front side of the fabric. Take your zipper and have front side of the zipper up. In other words, you've got access to that zipper pull. Line it up on the edge of the fabric so that it looks like that. Now take your fabric for the outside and line it right on top, placing the edges. Make sure that your edges along here are together also. Now you can either use straight pins to pin it all together, or some people prefer clips to put along the edge. So get it all pinned together. Then you're going to go to your sewing machine, put your zipper foot on. If you're not sure if you have a zipper foot, look in your user's manual so you know what yours looks like, because sometimes they're different from different manufacturers, and put that foot on. And then you're not going to stitch right on top of those zipper teeth, but you're going to stitch maybe 1/4 of an inch away from this raw edge right here, and stitch all the way across. After stitching, you're going to pull your fabric out this way. So you're now looking at the pretty side of your fabric, and here's the pretty side of your outside fabric. So now you still need to stitch on here, but I recommend before stitching on the other side of your zipper that you just do a light little pressing across this edge to keep it flat. Then, leaving your zipper foot on your sewing machine, you're going to stitch close to the edge all along here. Now have your other piece of lining fabric with the pretty side up. Place your zipper right along there, and make sure the fabric under here is aligned on this edge with the other fabric, because you want everything even. Then take the other part of the fabric for the outside of the bag and place it right on top, lining all of your fabric pieces up on the edge and along here. Then either pin or clip and stitch this other side on. After stitching, then you want to pull both the lining fabric and the fabric for the outside out like this. And then again, press right in here and then stitch close to the edge all the way across. This next step is real important that you do before you proceed sewing anymore, is open up the zipper till you have about 2/3 of it open. Take both pieces of fabric that are the outside and bring them together, and then take both pieces of your lining fabric and bring them together, and line up all the edges and pin your edges. You're going to be using a 1/4 inch wide seam for the rest of this stitching process. On the lining end, this is my lining fabric, you're going to leave a very large opening here, because this is where you're going to turn it front side out later. So stitch no more than 2 inches at this end and this end, and make sure you backstitch at each end. Then along the sides, you're going to stitch again a 1/4 inch seam all the way up, go over the zipper and down here, and do the same thing on this side. A 1/4 inch seam, go up over the zipper and down to the side. Now I want you to look at the zipper right here, and you'll notice that the zipper teeth are here and both sides of the zipper tape are together. Then on the fabric for the outside of the bag, you're going to stitch all the way across and backstitch at each end. The last step is to do your boxed corners. So on the 2 corners on the lining fabric and 2 corners on the outside fabric, you're going to do the following step. Open it up and pull it apart and bring the 2 seams together. Then you're going to pin across it and then stitch right across. Before you turn the bag front side out, you need to trim this excess zipper off. Now I'm going to use an old rotary cutter blade, but don't use a new one. Or you can use some old scissors. I mark my old scissors zipper so that I know that those are the ones I use for that. And you just cut it off even with the edge of the bag. Go to the opening at the bottom of the lining and reach inside and begin turning it front side out. Now, reach in through your opening and just push those box corners out, pushing against the little corners there. At the opening, fold the edges inside and pin it, and then stitch close to the edge all the way across. When you're done stitching, just push the lining into the bag, pushing it against the bottom corners to line everything up. Now, here's the front where the pocket is, and then this is the side and the back, and if you want, you can add another pocket to the other side of the bag. And here's the side again and back to the front. Now, I had enough fabric left over to where I could make this tiny zipper pouch. So you can make this as an accessory. This makes a great little travel bag, so you maybe can put your jewelry inside of this. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that you try making this little cosmetic bag. Remember, you can make it out of any fabric that you want. If you're interested in other tote bags and other cosmetic bags and the little zipper pouch, scroll down to the description section and click on Show More or the down arrow, and you'll see all kinds of links appearing. Also, don't forget about the items on the wall. Those links will be listed below too. Now, make sure you follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl, this is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.